Hey, what's up, beautiful people? You're tuned into Flick Radio, your online radio station serving the best content and lifestyle just straight from the motherland. My name is Tyra, I'm your host on the show today, and this is Wanderlust, a travel show that we have crafted here at Flick Radio to explore Africa's hidden travel gems, and even the ones that are not so hidden. So for those people who are just tuning into the show for the first time, maybe this is your first time catching the show, you're very much welcome. We've been doing this since last year, 2024. But for my regular listeners and guys tuning in, welcome to the first episode for the year. And I'm very excited to show you guys the new direction that we are going for the year. So today we are exploring the beautifully historical country of Algeria. And yeah, I think I already mentioned earlier that we're going in a new direction for the show. Last year we were doing more of, exposés. We're just talking about it, talking. I feel like if we're going to travel, then let us travel for real. Like, let's go to these places and actually check them out and see what they look like. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be taking a trip, a virtual trip. I'm not booking you a flight ticket and taking you somewhere. No. We are going on a virtual trip to Algeria, right? We're going to be exploring Algeria via the internet, hoping that the tools and the facilities that we have available for our use can do justice and inspire us enough to want to go to those places for real. Okay, so before we go to our maps and explore the country virtually, let me tell you guys a little bit about Algeria, its culture, its people, population, and all those nitty-gritty information that you will definitely want to know. So for my guys watching on YouTube, pardon me, you might notice I'm looking up a little bit. That's because I am looking at my little scripty script, making sure I get my facts and my figures right. Alright, so we're talking about Algeria today. Algeria is a country that is rich in history, it's rich in culture, and of course it's rich in natural beauty. From the vast Sahara Desert to the Mediterranean coastline, there's something for every kind of traveler. So whether you're a culture traveler, history buff, or you would like to explore a place just for the views, breathtaking views, and the nature. So that's nature lovers, right? So let's dive into the heart of Algeria and discover its many treasures. All right, so Algeria is located in northern Africa and is the largest country on the continent, right? So it is the literal giant of Africa. I'm Nigerian, but Algeria is the literal giant of Africa in the sense of it, in the actual sense of it, but in the, what I'm talking about. Nigerians, we hold the crown and the scepter. Anyways, Algeria shares its borders with Tunisia, Libya, Niger, Mali, Mauritania, Western Sahara, and Morocco. Okay, I think it's closest to Morocco, to be very honest. Like, I took a look at it on the maps, which we will do later on in the show. But yeah, with a population of about 45 million people, Algeria is a melting pot of different types of diverse cultures and traditions. The country's history dates back thousands of years, and from the ancient civilizations of Berber to the French colonial period, which are both still very evident even till today. And you will see evidence of this because, again, I'm going to mention we're going on a virtual trip to Algeria. I hope you guys are excited and ready to go on that trip with me, because I definitely am. It also hosts, or that is Algeria, also hosts a vast variety of languages, a majority of which are Arabic and Berber being the official languages, but French is also widely spoken and accepted. So you step into some places and you will see that some of the areas are actually named with French language, or named in French language, while the others are named in Arabic, and you can see Berber style of the culture and behaviors and traditions and things like that in the country as well. So let's talk about the Algerian people. They are incredibly proud of their history and their culture. That is one thing that you need to know. So if you're going there, you should better put some respect on their name and their culture. Okay, do not attempt to think that you can go there and try to talk down, or try to be like, oh, it shouldn't be like that. Don't tell them what to do. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay, respect that. You will find a rich mix of different tribes, including Berbers, Arabs, and others. And when it comes to food, my favorite part, Get ready for a flavorful experience with dishes like couscous, machui, and delicious pastries as well. Right, but let's not forget that Algeria's history is one of resistance, independence, and resilience, especially after its fight for freedom in the 20th century. They have a whole structure, architecture, just to reverence and remind its citizens about their fight for independence. Now it's time for the fun part. Let's explore Algeria's top tourist spots or top attractions or places that I believe you guys should definitely check out when you get to Algeria. From ancient ruins to modern cities, we're going to take a tour of 5 must visit destinations in this incredible country. So let's get into the maps. First things first, or our first stop, of course, has to be the capital city of Algiers, also known as the White City, because everything is literally just whitewashed. And I don't mean whitewash like whitewash, I mean whitewash like white. And of course, we're going to be visiting the iconic Casbah area. The Casbah is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is a labyrinth of narrow streets, traditional houses, and the stunning views of the Mediterranean. The Algiers, right, the capital city of Algiers, is closest to the ocean, so it is not unusual for you to be able to see the ocean from pretty much anywhere around the Casbah area that you're going to be staying. But I think most people prefer to stay in hotels by the strip, so they are able to have like a very clear view from their hotel rooms. But other people who are not staying by the strip, they actually just go to, most houses actually are built with accessible rooftops, so you can climb to the top of the house or the building, and you can sit down there, drink like some chai, or just enjoy the views with your friends and your family while listening to some music, or even enjoying the sounds that are going to be filtering in from the surrounding bars or lounges around the area. So this place is definitely a place where history and culture come alive. So let's take a deeper look at the Casbah. All right, so here is what we have to work with. We're taking a look at the Casbah area using Google Maps. I would have loved to explore with Google Earth, but Google Earth is kind of like glitching. It's like I don't get it. So let's just use Google Maps. We can still get a street view from Google Maps, which is fine. So we'll just work with what we can work with. So let's go on our adventure. So this is the Casbah area. You see all this environment that is marked out with like a red, red lines. So it's just this entire area. Just taking a quick or brief look at it, we can see the Race Palace. That sounds like a cool place to explore. We can also see the National Museum of Art and Popular Tradition and the Kachou Mosque. Those look like really interesting areas. There's this area also called the Babs Azoun, which is a historical place. I don't know what historical place means, but obviously it makes sense for us to check it out. So where should we start from? Let us start from the Museum of Art and Popular Culture. All right, so it's an art museum displaying Algerian clothing, jewelry, and rugs, and more in a 16th century Ottoman palace. Ooh. Let's look at some reviews. It has a very high rating, actually, 4.3 stars, meaning that if I were to take a gander, I would say that maintenance of the area of the space is actually top notch, and the customer service is very good. They allow people to explore the area, no hitches, no wahala, no problem, which is really good. Right, see, I haven't even finished talking safe. Look at this review by Nesreen. Says the museum staff were very helpful. We were a group of 7, very well accompanied with the guide who explained to us better than the history books itself. I loved each floor and each time's story. According to the guide, the tiles were a combination of local, Dutch, and Andalus gifts. The bridal boxes, the baby cribs, the lunar and solar windows, the French colonization modifications that were made for the visit of Napoleon III and his Spanish wife. I'm remembering every detail and a lot I didn't mention to share the knowledge I gained. Oh, that's so cute. This person does have videos. Let's see if our internet will let us explore. Okay, this is taking some time, not to waste time. Let's move on to the next picture. Okay, ooh, this is nice. So you can see the Ottoman style architecture here. You can see the tiling, the Andalus style tiling, like that was mentioned. This is so nice. The fact that we can do this. Oh, this is so cute. Very, very northern Africa, if you ask me. I feel like these are the style of things that if you go to another northern African country like Morocco, you would most definitely see things like this. Let's see. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. You know, I can also see like the boats here, which makes a lot of sense because Algiers is a seaside city, so it makes sense for us to see a lot of maritime arts and things like that. So that makes a lot of sense. All right, so let's look at somewhere else in the Casbah area. Let's take a look at the Bab Azun, the area that said it's a historical place. I don't know what historical place means, but let's see if we can see some people's reviews or things like that about the area, and let's see if that would help. Scrolling. Nothing, just a bunch of questions that people have to ask. I have questions as well. I feel like dropping my own question as well, but that's all right. It's okay. Let's look at reviews. Let's see. Okay, this person says, this is Sagar, says, must say that this place is entirely preserved as per history, and one should not miss taking a walk here. This place will give amazing vibes and you are going to love it. Okay, I guess that the styling or the historical place is referencing the buildings, the architecture. It was probably a very important area, maybe a capital area for administration of the country at a time, right? This person says nice places to buy goods and they have good prices. This person says nice antique place in Algiers. This person says traffic jam, noise pollution, good seaside. A good place, old place. So I guess this was probably an administrative area where they had like major offices and things like that. Let's see if we can find a street view of the area. Okay, so no street view. I'd really love to enjoy like a street view of the environment, but it's okay. Let's move on to another area of the Casbah. Let's see. Let's look at the Rice Palace. It says it's a cultural landmark. I think this time I'd really like to do a street view. No street view. That's okay. This person says the Palace de Reis or Bastion 23 is a true historical gem located in an exceptional setting in Algiers. Situated near the Institute of Fine Arts, this unique place combines history and natural beauty with breathtaking views of the Mediterranean Sea. The iconic site immerses visitors in the Ottoman Empire era, vividly portraying the lives of the former rise of Algiers. The well-preserved buildings, traditional architecture, courtyards, and intricate decorations reflect the elegance and sophistication of that period. Easily accessible, it is a must-visit destination for anyone interested in Algiers' cultural heritage and history. Okay, that's interesting. Let's take a look at the pictures. Although this map here is promising me a street view, I don't know why it's promising me a street view when there's no street view. Okay, so these are areas of the palace. It looks nice. That was a video, but ooh, I like this. Very history. if you're a history buff, you should definitely visit Algeria. Algeria is the country for history buffs, if you ask me. So I think we're good with the Casbah area. I know there are a lot of other places that would be nice to take a look at, but so let's explore the next travel destination. The next place we are visiting is the Tassili National Park. It is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is one of the most important archaeological sites in the world, by the way. It is a national park known for its otherworldly rock formations and ancient cave paintings that have been found. Visitors here are often wowed and amazed by the prehistoric rock art and the stunning desert landscapes. So let's check out the place on the maps and of course look at some reviews of the area. All right, so right off the bat you can see that it is mostly desert. That's why the entire area here is brown. It almost looks like the map is just loading. No, it's because it's all sand. Literally all sand, as you can see here. It says hiking and camping on a vast plateau with moonlight rock landscapes and prehistoric cave paintings, and dogs are allowed. So if you have your furry little friend you would like to take on a camping trip, that's fine. Also, it's open for 24 hours, so it allows for even late night or overnight camping. Okay, so let's look at the latest pictures from the place. These pictures are from 10 days ago, and this looks so cool. As someone who enjoys solitude and time alone, I'm very sure that this would be a dream come true for me. Wow, these rock formations are actually very, very ancient. They look like something that you watch from an old-timey movie. It looks like, you know, it's so funny because I was literally watching a certain show recently. We were talking about, you know, prehistoric times and how the places that are deserts now actually used to be oceans or places covered with a lot of water. And just seeing the way this rock formation is, and the fact that you can see that this is obvious erosion down here that stops here, and then the top of it over here looks like that was like the solid ground where people were walking on. It does look like there was erosion. It does look like there was water that rushed through all this area and then washed it up to this place. Like, it looks like water has been here and done its damage. And it's so interesting that this is the history of the world, man. This is the history of the world. Even this picture, it looks like water did all this. I don't think wind did this. I think water did this. And just the sheer knowledge of seeing things like this washed by water, and then now the entire area is sand and dust. It's really amazing. It's definitely a place that people should visit. Oh, this is such a nice picture. Big shout out to Liam Yam for taking this picture. This is a really cool picture. Thank you so much for that. So there are so many areas around the place that we could check out, but for those people who would care to know, it is located in Elize, Australia. And some of the reviews that we have of the place, this person said it has the most beautiful drawings and inscriptions dating back to prehistory. I wish we could see some of those drawings. This one here says, this is an amazing place, by far the best trip I've ever taken my whole life, and I have traveled a lot. Visually speaking, it's absolutely stunning, a dream for photographers. The people are so friendly and the culture is so different and incredibly interesting. 5 stars. Wow, I'm so impressed. So far, I've just been hearing good news about Algeria, and it makes me want to actually go there for real now. For real, I actually want to visit, right? Oh yeah, I really wanted to see one of the prehistoric paintings. You see what I'm talking about? This looks like ancient Egyptian behavior. You know, this looks like ancient Egyptian behavior, meaning like there's a lot of migration. And guys, we need to travel Africa more, for real. Like, we need to travel Africa more and check out these things. This looks like Western African this looks very West African. Like, look at the cows and look at the hunters running around with the bows. And yeah, this definitely looks West African. It looks like there's a lot of migration going on, or a lot of migration happened from the north to the other sides of the north, and then to the west of Africa. I'm guessing this is an elephant, and you know, she was pregnant, you know, and this looks like a woman as well that was also pregnant. This is so cool. I'm so happy that we could do this. I'm very grateful for technology. These look, this is giving Berber. It's giving Berber people. But yeah. Ooh, look at that desert landscape. This is real, guys. This is not AI generated. This is somebody's picture. These are pictures that people took. These are not AI generated pictures. This is real life. This is real life. Yeah, we should definitely take a visit to this Tassili Nigeria National Park in Algeria. All right, so let's check out another place. Last but not the least on the list of places that we're going to be visiting today. I know I said we're going to go to like 5 places, but guys, we only have time for 3. The last but not the least are the ancient ruins of Tipasa. Okay, so remember I told you guys that Algeria is very, 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 very culturally rich, historically rich. Yes, so there are several ancient ruins, but the one of the most popular and the most well preserved is the ancient ruin of Tipasa. So it is not a UNESCO World Heritage Site. No, it's not. But of course, like I mentioned, it's home to the best preserved Roman ruins in Algeria. It's located on the Mediterranean coast. It is definitely a must-see for history lovers, just like the rest of the country, to be very honest. It has stunning views of the sea, and the ancient ruins are very well preserved. You can feel it, you can touch it, you can actually see what it felt like to literally live in the Roman Empire. It is one of those places where history and nature meet. So let us, of course, go and take a look at it and see what visitors to the place who have already been there before us have to say about the place, and obviously the pictures that they have taken of this beautiful site in Algeria. So let's go to our maps. I mean, right off the bat, you can already see why this place is very, very attractive and interesting. It must see. There's a theater of Tipasa around here. There is a villa of fresco, and I'm sure that's probably pronounced in French. Plage les Ruines Romaines, Royal Mausoleum, Stella la Mémoire d'Albert Camus. So you can see that this area is mostly French. It's mostly French. So I guess the French guys came and just like did their thing on top of what the Roman guys did, which is okay. You know, you did not disturb my Arabic and Berber guys over here. You just built on top of what the last colonizers came to do. Excuse me, no offense, but I'm not, no lies told. So let us take a nice deep look at Tipasa. Ooh, this is cute. Look at that mountain view, guys. This is real life. This is not AI generated. This is real life. Like, this is real life. This is just lovely. This is lovely. I wish I could watch more of the videos, but buffer time. This is lovely. You can see like you can see the way the bricks used to be. You can see why they say it's a combination of both nature and history, because you see the old ruins and surrounded by such beautiful, glorious sites. You can see people exploring here with their little boats and taking their boats out into the water, and they can, you know, look at the ruins from the water. Here you can see this stone brick. This looks like a directional slab. It has, I don't know what this is. This is old. Is this Italian or Old Latin? Looks like Old Latin, but if I'm wrong, the Italians who are watching this, please correct me. This is a map of the area, so you can like explore, telling you, okay, this was where the temple used to be. This is where the Grand Basilica used to be, the gardens, the crypts, the hypogees, and the Egout Romans, Villa Roman. You see, all of this is written in French. It's all written in French, and it's cool actually, if you ask me. So let's look at some reviews of the place. They close by 5 p.m. by the way. This person says the Roman ruins of Tipasa is an absolute must see. There's so much to see, and its location is breathtaking. I highly recommend going around sundown. The town of Tipasa itself is beautiful. The ruins sit right on the sea next to the port, which is also a which I also recommend checking out. The pictures do not do justice. These pictures are so cool, and they still don't do justice, so you guys should make plans to go there. Yeah, this is a large expansive site with a lot of Roman ruins. This used to be a large town. Unlike excavations in Europe and even more touristy places like Morocco, there are no clear footpaths or signs. You can wander around for ages right across the ruins, but you have to work out where to go yourself. There are a couple of main bits after the entrance, but it then goes off in both directions right up along the cliff. Right, what is a shame is so much of it has been excavated and exposed, and it's now being left to the elements, resulting in its deterioration. Lovely mosaic floors now have weeds breaking them up. It's also full of rubbish like most parks in Algeria, which is a shame. However, if you're going to Algiers, it's certainly worth spending a day here. Right, this is so cool. It's okay, that's all right, that's okay. All right, guys, so I mean, I think we've done a good job of taking a look at some of the sites. I think we have done a good job of taking a look at some of the sites. I just want to use this opportunity to encourage everyone to please try to factor Africa into your travel plans, especially we Africans. Most of us are more excited about visiting Europe, visiting Asia, taking a look at their own historical sights and sounds, but we do have a lot of things here in Africa, and this is just one of 50 something countries. A lot of other countries also have very beautiful things as well, and key historical places, arts, crafts. I'm very excited, to be very honest. I'm very excited for the show. And the fact that I'm going to be exposing you guys to these things, I'm glad, I'm honored, I'm grateful to be the one to take up this mandate of encouraging you guys to visit Africa more, factor Africa into your travel and exploration plans. The white people did it, they did it, so I don't know why we as Africans cannot indulge and embrace that form of travel. Let us go on the safaris in our own continent. Let us explore the jungle in our own continent. Let's enjoy seaside views on our own continent, and thank the creator for everything that he has given us. So anyways, it's a wrap on the show for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us and catching the show of Wanderlust. I'm very, very, very grateful to everyone who watches the show. Remember, the show airs every Monday on the station Flick Radio at 5 p.m. EST, which is 4 p.m. West African time, I think, or 4 p.m. EST, which is 5 p.m. West African time. Okay, and on YouTube it airs on Tuesdays, goes live on Tuesdays. So catch the show on Flick Radio on the station first on Monday, and then you can then catch the videos on Tuesday on YouTube. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you know when the shows go up. And I will see you next week, where we'll be exploring another beautiful travel gem on the wonderful continent of Africa, aka the motherland. My name is Tyra, and catch you next week. Bye.